Obviously, this is a little bit old, but I was off duty when I saw this come through the sheriff's department. I did check up on it, at least to see if anyone made a report, but I don't think they did.
Interesting.
What do you make of that?
I don't know. It could be interpreted a couple of different ways. The first, and I think most obvious, being somebody's dirty. Why somebody would publicly brag about that, I don't know. It seems pretty foolish. Your own flock of sheeps. I don't know if that's referring to like somebody that's good friends, like a group that's friends with deputies that has ill intent, or like, because it depends on who the sheep are. Are the sheep other deputies, or the sheep the civilians we keep safe, you know?
Yeah.
It's very interesting indeed. I'm curious I wish there was a way I could check. I was very curious to see what Mr. Hunt has said after that, but let's see if there's any reports that have been noted on him doing any criminal activity since then.
Yeah, that would be something to take a look into.
I like things like this. It makes me think.
Yeah. I kind of thought it was the same thing you initially thought of. That there might be something dirty.
That tends to be, I guess, a saying like that, right? A flock of sheep, and someone being in there would constitute someone being a deputy, but also being dirty.
And I know you liked looking into moss, so I figured I might put another one on your plate.
Well,
assuming it's not moss as well here.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate part with the department is you never know. Let's go look at Mr. Hunt's file and see if there's been anything since then.
Or something pending or something.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it doesn't have a bunch of warrants on
Oh.
them.
Interesting indeed. That name does sound familiar.
Oh, one thing I do want to say, though, is when I brought up the moss situation to the marshal, both of them said it's not their business.
So. And they are technically correct on that. The only time the marshals have to step in is if it's with members of command. However, they can be very useful when it comes to information we get.
I suppose.
So, what I've noticed off the bat with Mr. Hunt three of his last kidnappings have seemed to be deputies. So, he hasn't kidnapped anybody since August, and that was Deputy Samuel Foster. And then, also in August, he kidnapped Sandcat. And then in July, he kidnapped Rube.
Also 3228.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. So, it could very much be... It could very much be that he likes to target deputies, and he's openly bragging that... I mean, he's a wolf, you know? But it's just the way it's worded. The way he states, no one's safe now, when this is something he's been doing for months. Something had to have changed in order for him to make a statement like that. You know what I mean? Like he has access to information or something like that. At least that's how I'm initially interpreting it. What are you thinking?
I think that'd be a wise idea. But I'm more one that errs on the side of caution when it comes to leaking department info.
Mm-hmm. And that's what worries me is about the first thing I was going to say was they're supposed to be... No, never mind. I was going to say I'd reach out to some of the deputies, or not deputies, about it, detectives. But I'll be honest, I haven't figured out which detectives I know I can trust yet or not.
Yeah,
I know that's a weird question.
Mm-hmm.
I just, amongst the detectives, the only one I've really spent some time with was Holland, and I feel like she has good intentions.
I feel like she would too, but I don't know who she's friends with and everything.
I don't like to have such a bleak mindset of life sometimes, but the advice I tend to give myself about just trusting with sensitive things like this is that if you don't fully trust anybody, you're not ever going to be disappointed. So I'm very particular about who I talk to things about. I mean, you're obviously number one on that.
Yeah.
The fact that I trust you more than I trust 99% of the department. I think I would go probably to the Undersheriff Percy and Jen and Rube.
I was gonna say, Percy's also mentioned in these documents here. It's under Sandcat's statement that she gave.
Mm-hmm. I would like to talk, next time I see Percy or next time I see Jen, I might ask them what they know about Tommy Hunt. And if he is the manipulative type, or if he's just a ruthless criminal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he could be... What's to say... Because he hasn't been active. Besides that telegram, he hasn't been active in a while. What's to say... And I'm using this as an example because I know for a fact it's not happening. Because we just saw Cole the other day. But who's to say Tommy, you know, hasn't kidnapped someone's family member, like Cole, a member of the department, and it's using him as leverage with like the undersheriff or something like that in order to gain information. That could definitely be, based off of his statement, a possible outcome from what he's trying to say.
seems like a violent individual, for sure.
Mhm. Or, and there's a lot of possibilities with something like this. It could very simply be that he knows he has warrants, he knows he has an active bounty, and yet maybe he was walking around town with normal clothes on and wasn't recognized, and is bragging about the fact that he's been gone for so long that no one knows who he is.
It's also a possibility as well.
Yeah, like things like this, there's so many different fucking outcomes that it could be. It could very much just be that he felt like saying something smart and decided to say that for some reason,
That's true.
But I'm also of the mindset that everything people say and do is for a reason.
And the Lieutenant Marshal's not around either right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why are all of his victims not available at the moment?
I know, right?
He has a shit ton of them.
I mean, he's even kidnapped a fucking governor before. Like, I mean, this guy has to be a big deal.
$100 bounty.
It also doesn't help that he's committed all of these crimes. Oh, wait, he hasn't been arrested on any of them in a while. But even back on the ones he was arrested on, there's no picture of him. Like, of course, there's no way anyone knows what he looks like.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if Callie Moon doesn't fix her fucking paperwork, I swear to God.
Is she a deputy yet?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'd have to look again at the telegrams.
I just have a feeling that something's there on that one, and I thought you'd be the best person to take a look into it.
I definitely appreciate your trust with that.
Of course.
It's definitely something I'm extremely interested in now. And to be honest, besides the one sitting on the porch for now, which is going to burn her own bridges, I don't really have much to do right now as far as investigative wise. Miles is pretty much at the point to where if anyone even sees him, they could immediately recognize him and we can prosecute him. Because he keeps doing the same exact thing over and over again. The Wyatt and Shelby thing is going to trial. Piper is going to be the lead deputy on that, so I don't have to worry about it.
Good.
And I mean, this is pretty much it.
Yeah, like you said, he hasn't been active recently and he hasn't been caught for a while, so I feel like there's stuff to go through on it.
Mm-hmm. Check telegrams real quick, see if anything's going on. Okay. I'm gonna go spur up a conversation. Well, or just listen to one and see if I can get Moss to start talking.
Alright, I'm just looking over some stuff.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh my god. This fucking Miles guy. Swear to God.
Yeah, he's been a fucking. I'm pretty sure. Okay. He might have left something at her office, by the way.
How do I?
I found a smelly catfish and a dead possum, like right in front of her countertop. I cleaned it up and cleaned the area and shit. But
That's odd for him. Usually, if you leave something behind, it's weird words and written in blood.
yeah, but I don't know who else would do it, and I know he's taken her before, so.
I don't understand how. I threw this dude in Sisika for over 1,000 months, and he even got arrested again after that. And he's just back to doing the same exact things in the same exact place.
Under the
Like,
bridge, jumping
don't-
out. Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, what's it gonna take? Is he just gonna have to go in for capital? Is he gonna have to? I'm not saying I would ever do this because I'm 100% stand by the law, but like, does he have to catch a bullet to the head? I don't. What is gonna fucking stop this guy?
Well, yesterday I was in San Antonio and he was spotted, and there was a group of all remnants and also some security firms.
Mhm.
There was like 7 of them, and they were all just keeping an eye out for him. So I feel like they're on some vigilante shit.
Well, with someone like Miles who just goes around torturing random people, I mean, I don't blame him. The fact of the matter is that we have like his description and the way he commits crime down to such a fucking T that he could kidnap a fly in the fucking swamp and I could prosecute him on it with little to no information.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I literally got a letter that said I got kidnapped by a guy in a pig mask, and I was able to fucking prosecute him on it. Like, it's getting ridiculous. I hear the telegram bell ringing. Let me make sure it's not us. I doubt it is.
I highly doubt it, yeah.
That's the best part about this place.
It is indeed Rhodes. I don't mind not responding to robberies. It's just,
Not if you're doing it for attention. Like, I'm sorry your mommy didn't love you enough.
I don't like the last robbery I dealt with in West. I don't like the silly, goofy, fun robberies. Like, do people not understand they're serious? It's a serious crime.
Oh, like the Hagen robberies.
The last one we had here in Armadillo was Emily Westbrook and Boom Jackson, and we literally asked her, "So, like, why are you fucking robbing a store?" Oh, it's just kind of fun. I just want to see what the deputies would do. I'm like, do you understand that's a felony charge you're committing? I ended up throwing the whole fucking book at her.
Criminals' minds very well.
And even sometimes, like, and don't let me finish before you're like, oh my god, Luke. Like, organized criminals, groups, and gangs, I could kind of understand. People that are trying to live their way of life. But they're also wrong because there are plenty of people in the state that live their life lawfully, and they just decide to incorporate crimes in them. But like people that defend their own and stuff like that, I kind of get that. But like these people that are just like, oh, I'm just a store robber because it's fun. It's like, do you not care about your life and your future?
You want some alcohol?
No, I'm okay. I appreciate it, though. I've had to put a stop to my drinking. I've picked up smoking instead. It's so much better.
Do both.
Yeah, do both.
I had to quit one or the other.
Smoking clears out the lungs. It's good for you.
Mm-hmm. But besides, it's the only district about where you can drink.
Mm-hmm.
Take advantage of it.
And I might pass out because I'm drinking my personally made vodka.
You can drinking vodka.
I'm taking sips. I'm not drinking that much.
I'm gonna drink the whole bottle.
Look, there you go. I drank 2 sips. It's because I don't actually the deal with the mixing table here.